One of the craziest theories has been going around in the Boruto community lately. If you have Twitter or TikTok, you've probably seen this theory go around. I won't lie, it's a pretty crazy theory, and it deals with Boruto going back in the past, and the crazy thing is that we already saw him. According to this theory, the shadowy figure in this scene is Boruto, the last shinobi. This is a theory that we're going to be discussing in today's video, and at the end of the video, we're going to rank the possibility of it happening out of 10. So to understand this theory, we had to discuss Boruto's current predicament. So right now, Boruto is a wanted shinobi. Every ninja or any person who follows the ninja construct is against Boruto because they believe that he has killed the 7th Hokage. Right now, we know that all the 5 great villages are all in alliance with each other. So if something bad happens in one village, the other villages will join up together and help that village out. And this could be the case that we're seeing right now. Boruto not only has to deal with people who are against him and are trying to kill him from the Leaf village, but he also has to deal with that with the 4 other main villages that are around the globe. This is the problem that Boruto faces, and leaving the village won't really stop that due to multiple reasons. One, he is going to be a rogue ninja, and you know what happens to rogue ninja. From the first arc of Naruto, we are introduced to what exactly happens to rogue ninjas. Rogue ninjas are hunted down by almost anybody. They're hunted down by their own village, and they're hunted down by other bandits who want to collect information on them. This is something that could happen to Boruto, but on an even greater scale, because they now have a person who can scan the environment and figure out where Boruto is at all times through EIDA's abilities. So let's say the whole ninja construct, everybody is against Boruto. Boruto can't just erase his chakra. Why? Because we have EIDA who can track him down. EIDA can literally tell people where Boruto is. So Boruto, if he doesn't find a different option, is just always going to be on the run. He's basically going to be a nomad, just going from place to place, a rogue ninja who can't stay still. He can't have a solid place or a settlement which he calls home because people are always looking for him. And we know Boruto's character. We know that Boruto is not the type of person who will just invite the pressure to come in and just kill the people who are trying to harm him. Boruto probably doesn't want to resort to killing anybody. So even if he finds people who are weaker than him and who he could easily body, he will just run away because he doesn't want to do harm to those people who just don't know what's happening. And that's why there is such a big problem with Boruto just leaving and being wanted. He doesn't really have anybody else to rely on apart from Momoshiki, and he doesn't really want to do that. And the bigger problem is, yes, he has Momoshiki, yes, he has the karma, which just makes everything worse. They can't leave Boruto, who is just a ticking time bomb, somebody who, when Momoshiki takes over, might just plant a chakra fruit. They can't let him out of control. So they're probably going to invite more people just to come and look for him because Boruto is powerful. Boruto can do a lot. So they don't want to leave a powerful person like this just wandering around the world doing nothing, because they have to be able to know what Boruto is doing because he has so much power. So if we analyze this right now, the problem is not going to be fixed by Boruto leaving the village, by Boruto going to a different location. That's not going to fix the problem. So if that's not going to fix the problem, if it's not a problem of location, people who have come up with this theory, they believe that the problem is not location or where Boruto could go. The problem is the time that Boruto is in. We know that EIDA is able to go back 16 years in the past because that's how old she is. So anything around that timeline, she knows everything about because she was born and she has her Sharingan. And for those who are saying that, oh, Boruto could just go to a different dimension, yes, he could do so, but EIDA would still have an eye on him and could just tell, oh, Kawaki, you go in this dimension. If you're looking for Boruto, go there. That's easily what EIDA could tell Kawaki, because EIDA can still see code in a different dimension. So as I'm saying, location is not going to fix Boruto's problem. Him going to a different location doesn't solve everything. The issue that he is dealing with is time. That's why Boruto's last resort might just be going back in time to deal with his issue. Boruto will have to go back in a period of time where EIDA can't track him, which would be 16 years ago. And 16 years ago, we know what's happening. He was fighting Kaguya, and in that Kaguya fight, we see a shadowy figure. That's the only other place that we could have Boruto go. Again, I am just explaining the theory. This is just me going along with how the theory comes to be, why people have come up with this theory, and how it fits into the story and what Boruto could do. So, Boruto going back in time would be the only possible option for him to run away from EIDA. That's the only thing he can do. A lot of people may say, okay, how is he going to do that exactly? What ways is Boruto going to be able to do so? So the only other way I could see him doing is similar to the travel arc that we had in the past, where Urashiki had a turtle tool that he was able to use. And we know that Momoshiki has a lot of knowledge and information, so he would probably be the one to propose this idea to Boruto due to all the knowledge he possesses. And Boruto would be like, alright, if this is the only option, or maybe when Momoshiki takes Boruto over, he goes back in time during that period of time without Boruto truly knowing. But all that theory says that Boruto has to go back in time to escape from EIDA's Sharingan. So let's basically summarize the theory for those who don't understand. So this theory goes like this. Boruto realizes that he can't escape from EIDA if he remains in this current time space or this current timeline of history. So through the help of Momoshiki or some other way, he goes back in time more than 16 years ago so that he can escape from EIDA. Which is why we see a shadowy figure in the background, which is basically meant to be Boruto from the future who came back to the past to hide from EIDA. They would also believe that the dialogue that is in this scene is directly mentioning or foreshadowing Boruto's current predicament. This is what they're saying. He has no family, he has no friends, he is all alone, which does sound similar to Boruto's current situation. This is how the theory goes. So, are there any problems with this theory? Yes, there is one small problem and there's another big one. The small problem has to deal with whether it is Sakura or Boruto. There are two camps. Let's discuss those who think it is Sakura. Those who think it is Sakura, they believe that Obito and Sakura were at that mountain area. They were all over there until Obito teleported and found some way to get there to stop Kaguya from killing Sasuke and Naruto. We remember when he used his Kamui to save Kakashi and Obito took the fall and he died. They believe at that time that Sakura was the only one left at the mountain, which is why we see a shadowy figure there, because Kijimoto wanted to remind us that Sakura was still there, potentially preparing for her downswing that she did to Kaguya when she hit Kaguya in the head. That's what people who believe it is Sakura would say. So the people who are on Boruto's camp, they show a lot of evidence, and the evidence is pretty strong. Remember, I am neutral, this is not my own theory, I'm just discussing the evidence presented. A lot of people point out to Sakura not being there. She was closer to Obito and Naruto. She was held down by the gravity. Remember the gravity dimension that Kaguya put everybody in? We see Sakura in that same spot, so it wouldn't make sense for Sakura to be in that mountain area. And I won't lie, I do agree. So I took my own personal decision. I went back and I looked at the evidence presented. I went back and I looked at the manga, and they don't really allude to Sakura being there in the mountain. It doesn't really look like she was there because a few panels ago, she was in that same gravity point. So what about the anime? If this is really some type of foreshadowing, there should be something in the anime that would allude to that. So the people on the Sakura camp would say that no, there was nothing in the anime that really points to there being a shadowy figure in the background. And they point out to this image and they say that, oh, it is Sakura because Sakura and Obito were there and Obito just left. We literally see Sakura and Obito in a mountainous area. This is the case, however, it is not that same gravity location that people were pointing to. It is clearly different. And I was scrolling on TikTok and I did see a shadowy figure in the anime that was in the same location as that gravity dimension. So you can see it right now. All I'm just giving you guys right now is the evidence for both sides. So based on the evidence, I would understand why people would say that there is somebody there who, I'm not saying is Boruto, but I don't think it's Sakura. I'm more lean that it is not Sakura. I'm not saying it is Boruto though. So now let's talk about the big problem with this theory. The small problem was whether it was Sakura or Boruto, and the evidence to me points that it is simply not Sakura. But there is a different problem, and this problem is a lot bigger, and I haven't seen a lot of people discuss this. if it is actually Boruto, it would lead and open up to potential retcons of the series, and it would just be bad. Introducing time travel and where Boruto would be going back in time and potentially messing with the timeline, it would just lead to bad things later down the road. Let me explain why. Let's say Boruto does something to undermine the achievements that Naruto has done in the past, where Boruto potentially helped Naruto beat Kaguya or helped Naruto in some sense. It would remove some of the themes that Naruto has built up to, that all the writing has done in the past. Naruto is about changing one's destiny and fitting it to the destiny that you want for yourself. Let's say that Boruto ended up helping him, it would undermine that Naruto was truly the one who persevered, worked hard, and did this almost by himself. And that's the potential problems and doors that time travel would do to the series. So if we introduce this and Boruto does have some interactions with Naruto, and we know that he doesn't have Genjutsu, it could potentially open doors to retconning the good themes and the great themes that were written in Naruto, and I just don't want to see that happening. So personally, with the evidence provided, I do understand where people come from and saying that there is a person over there, a shadowy figure that we just don't know about. With the evidence presented, I personally don't think it is Sakura. I could understand if you guys think it is Sakura. I don't really care because I don't like the theory at all, because at the end of the day, the narrative reasons and the implications that it could have for the series would end up being bad. So personally, I would rate it a 4 out of 10. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below, if you guys like the theory or not. This is just my personal opinion. I am neutral on this sense, but the problem that we're discussing is what exactly will Boruto do? How will Boruto escape from EIDA's Sharingan? And to get a perspective of Boruto's current situation and him going rogue, you have to watch this video right here.